Tonight, from Seattle, Washington, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Seattle Seahawks versus Marcus Mariota and the Arizona Cardinals.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest three-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Rodgers on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 3rd season now from Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no, 2 touchdown passes last week. 2
touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down.
A 3-yard pickup.
The numbers for Jones last week, 13 carries, 61 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
From the 29, Jackson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. 7 yards there and a first down.
Good for a Seattle Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This is Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Jackson on first down. He'll get this to Ward. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
To Greg Ward, Jr. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At their 48.
Throwing is Jackson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Lamar Jackson.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback in his 6th season in the NFL, the former #2 overall pick, Marcus Mariota.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Connection made with Shenault. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. This is Shenault on the receiving end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is the quarterback, Allen. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota. Open man is the tight end Troutman. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Intercepted.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good. And looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
12 yards there and a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to Ward.
Jackson.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Junior. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 40.
Again, Jackson. Underneath, he's got Olsen. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Jackson on 1st down. That's Ward, complete right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jackson will throw again. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
To Ronald Jones. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw again is Jackson.
6-yard line.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
2-yard line.
Jones with a nice gain there on 1st down as he takes his forward and call it a pickup of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Caught on the right side by Jones. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
1-yard line.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front, giving him at least a stalemate in order to find that space?
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. K.J. Hamler returning it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. And what I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Mariota. A throw over the middle taken in by Troutman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The ball carrier.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now the second down throw on target.
Mariota's pass. Complete.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Able to complete this to Shenault. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Mariota on first down. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Throw left side, going to be caught by Shenault.
Mariota's
The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mariota on 3rd and 2. Out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
55-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
That keeps the score Seahawks 7, Cardinals nothing.
That's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Jackson's pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to look deep here for Ward. And a little floater there is incomplete. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. In the early window, we'll have our eye on that game in Jacksonville. The Jaguars going to need to be on their A game as they'll have to contend with the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the LA Chargers. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, they've got a good one lined up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Akers. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Mariota now steps away. He's going to take off with it. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
At the 47.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the gun, Mariota. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Mariota's pass.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Third and short yardage. Mariota. Connection made with Chenault. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
First down, Mariota. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Loss of 5 yards.
Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
To Cam Akers.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
Mariota.
Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
Sets up the 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Those 3.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Seattle.
1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
1st and 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
A 9-yard pickup.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards.
From the gun, Jackson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me out.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. He's at the 30. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And Mariota going to run on the option. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Carrier.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Arizona.
They'll run here with Akers. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. It brings up 2nd.
The ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Akers. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. They'll roll, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Marcus Mariota.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Cardinals 6.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
On the tackle.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Again, it's Jones. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Jones, the ball
Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Play action. It's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Now Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. Man open. That's Chester Rogers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go again to Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Throw left side is complete to Rogers. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that the flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rodgers. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Mariota sets to lead this offense. Down by 4, a minute 50 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mariota to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Space to maneuver at the 40. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. To throw Mariota.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota stepping up. He's going to keep it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Mariota.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Rodgers on the return.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Seattle.